Council, can we please proceed? Good morning, Commissioners. Good morning, Mr. Mendy.
Good morning.
Welcome back.
Welcome.
Now we will go back to the shortage that happened. When was
léegi lu
this?
ñoo def mooy léegi ñu ngi laa nokkelu ñu ngi laa nuyu ñu ne naka suba si bu ñu fa jógee ñu ne léegi fu ñoo dem mooy mbiri manche yi nga xam ne dafa xewoon mooy shortages.
Well, mooy li ma ko ne foog naa is around 2019. Around 2019.
I hope this was around 2019, if I could fully remember.
Was this the only shortage with regards to your ward?
Namba yow di sabir liggéey bi yëpp wala sa nekka bi foofu bii mooy sa manche bi nga xam ne bii rek moo xew sa boor.
Wow.
Yes.
As in since 2019 to 2022 when you left?
Dina jógee ko to 2019 ba 2022 bi nga xam ne boobu nga bàyyoon place.
Wow. Li xew mooy da nga gis ne changes that they am.
Yes, what does happen is that sometimes you do have changes do occur.
What sort of changes?
Nena so ne changes, what façon changes?
Mooy management bi ni ñoo manage mbalit bi.
The management or the mbalit management.
Okay, but you mentioned here right now that the 60,000 is the only shortage at your ward.
Nena why wax nga ne yow sa ward bi manche bi ngeen amoon foofu wala lu xew foofu mooy 60,000 rek.
Waaw moom laa yëg because mooy li ma wax rek management daf day am da nga gis ne time boobu ñu doon manage mbalit bi ak xëy na président balaa maa bàyyi ak yooyu toon am na changes yu bari so mun naa am waaye xëy na man yëguma ko.
Yes, this is what I was aware of because as I said the time we were there at the beginning the way we were managing this mbalit project and before I left it was a different.
Okay, in 2022 it was the same management as of 2019?
Then 2022 na bobu tam bena management la comme bu fa nekkon 2019.
They did.
No.
And in 2022 you are not aware of any shortage at your ward?
Then kon at 2022 yow lo ñu bëgg wax moy yow yegulo ben shortage wala manche bi nga amne amna ci sa ward.
They did.
No.
Were you, or as a councillor, are you aware of any audit report?
Nena comme yow tamit nekk nga councillor nena mba musu nga yeg audit report?
Internal audit report or external, any?
Audit report. Musu nga ko wala musu nga xam biram?
Waaw yegum exertement.
We did not get your answer.
Deguñu la de.
Mooy li ma audit report bi ñu concerned about the mbalit or man suma exertement.
No, I was not in touch with the report, whether the mbalit or but no report was presented to me.
At council level, I mean, was any of the audit reports presented to you, or were you part of the sittings when you guys have to discuss any of the audit reports, internal or external?
In a council bila mo ñaara report yo nda internal audit report wala external audit report. Nena musta am jamano bi nga xamne tok ngeen mëna waxtaan mbiram ci council bi.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay, specifically which one, if you can remember?
Nena legi su fekkee ne mën nga fatale ko ban la won man audit la won.
Mooy internally.
That is internal audit.
Okay, all the internal audit reports, the council have sat over them and.
Yes.
Dafa melni internal report yi council bi da ngeen togon ci kaw di ngeen discuss mbiram.
Now I'll show you the internal audit from January to December 2022.
Dana la won internal audit jóge ko December 2019 to December 2022.
January to December 2022 internal audit report.
Jóge ko January be December moy full at bi yep 2022 internal audit report.
You remember going through that one?
Nena yangi fatale gunda gis nga ko won wala dem nga read nga ko wala gis set nga ko?
Mënuma fatale ko.
At council level, I mean.
I cannot remember.
Okay, now I'll show you.
Na legi dana la ko won.
Quickly, before I just turn to that one, take us back to the wards. You said you have 5 zones. That is Kotu, Kololi. Did you say Bakote?
Nena wangani fi yaw sa zone bi danko haja budem juromi haj. Dene dafa buga pro ngalimal ko moy kololi
Just a
kotu ak fan.
quick reminder.
Juromi gox yi mooy go to east and south.
The 5
If I
locations or located areas has been demarcated is that Kotu,
east,
east,
south or west.
south and west.
Money
And
south
where
or
else?
west. Wow.
South or west.
Then I'm Johannes,
You have Johannes,
then Kololi West
Kololi West,
and Kololi Central.
and Kololi Central.
Bakote is not part of the
No, it's not.
list.
No,
Muna bakota bon bokut.
get it.
No.
Okay. 1 second. Mr. Mendy, I'll take you back a little bit with that one before I confirm the page number. I don't want to give a wrong page number.
Okay.
Your son, you mentioned here that he was just serving as a pointer.
Legi promoter la gana tuti si waxtaan bu nga xamne def nañ ko si buñ fa dajé wot fi né wax nga né sa doom bu goor bu fa nekka né na ko mu fa nekka pour woné bi rek di woné place yi moy pointer.
Wow.
Yes.
He wasn't collecting revenue.
No.
Né na mba mom tamit defon di jot la ay lempo naamu dañ ko défé ci mom.
Dama bëggal ndamu nama ala ma léral fofu tuti.
No, you made it clear here. It's just to confirm if your son wasn't dealing with revenue collection. You
Nena
just-
li nga wax yépp dafa leer waaye dafa bëgg pour leeral mbir mooy ndaa sa doom bokkut ci ñi nga xam ne ñoo dee jot lempo wala xaalis.
Except if there is any further information regarding the revenue and your child collecting this revenue that you want to make clear.
Nena foofa ndaa am nga leneen li nga bëgg a leeral mbiri jot xaalis bi diggante xaalis bi ak sa doom ndaa dafa am li nga bëgg a leeral foofu.
Waaw dafa am lu ma bëgg a leeral.
Yes, I want to make something clear therein.
You can please go.
Waaw li ma bëgg a wax rek da nga gis ne booba jamono ni ma waxee bañ jotee trucks yi.
At the time we got those trucks,
da nga gis ne council bu nekk yow yaa responsible pour ñi nga xam ne ñoom ñooy yow yaay tànn ñi nga xam ne ñoom ñooy ñëw pour collect mbalit.
and it
waaye
was
council moo ko fay.
council who was responsible for the people to be attached at the imbalit, and it will be paid. They will be paid through council.
waaw comme ni ma ko waxee ca njëlbeen ba da ngaa gis ne competition la woon ñun mi nga xam ne elected councillors ku nekk yaa ngi bëgg a pour ne yow yaay jël force.
And as I said before, it was a form of a competition because all the 5 councillors we were competing. Who is to come first?
waaw ba pare comme ni ma ko waxoon ca njëlbeen ba da ngaa gis ne appointment and establishment committee laa bokk léegi-léegi dama dee nekk council.
And as I said earlier on, I was a member of the establishment and appointment committee. So sometimes I am in council.
waaw ñi nga xam ne xëy na ñoon lañ ma tànnal pour ma ñuy collect mbalit bi ëpp doole gi xawma leen.
The people that was attached to me for mbalit collection, many of them I could not know them, or I don't know them, or I don't recognize them.
waaw juróomi support si ne da ngaa gis ne ñii yëpp ay gan la ñoom xamuñ gox yi.
All the 5 areas in my ward, they are all strangers. They don't know the area very well.
waaw man tamit pour seet li nga mën a def li nga xam ne tamit daf maa jàppale li nga xam ne tamit xëy na suma advantage la moo tax ma jël suma doom bi pour muy guide gaay fi gaay di dem.
These are my reasons why I just attach my son therein for my advantage, so that he can be able to assist me by appointing places for those guys.
moom laa óol woon moom wérutoon moom is a sick la.
And I trust him, and he was not very well.
Wow, lii la woon so da nga gis at the end of the day da nga gis ne day bi da nga gis ne yow sa secteur bi moom mooy collect receipt books yi at the council.
And every day or by the end of the day is this your secretary who is to collect the book from council.
Wow. So guy wàccee
when they close,
léegi-léegi mën nañ laa bàyyi ne wala 3 books la yow nga note ko down wala 3 ñetti books ñoo des ñoom ñooy dem hand over xaalis bi to the council.
there you can hand over the books, maybe 3 of them, and they are the very people who used to take them together with the monies to council.
So ci gàttal suma rôle mooy waxoon ma xam toppa moto bi mu make sure ne gox bi mu war a dem pour dee boobu ne ndax moo ndee la dafa war a pick foofu yëpp.
To make it short, the reasons are that why I attach him therein is so that he can make a pointer, and every day like Monday he knows where to collect.
waaye ci gàttal lii la woon amul access to xaalis ñun mi tamit lii xew mooy da ngaa gis mooy li mooy at the end of the day books yi su ko gaay su fekkee ne nekkuma fa xëy na dañ ko jox ne ko ne jox ko sa papa.
And this is what he was doing. He did not have any hand with the revenue collecting. All he does, for instance, if I'm absent and they close, they hand over the books to him for
him
to give it to me. This is it.
Okay, that's clear. I am concerned because if he wasn't serving as the secretary, he wasn't having access to the receipt books, he wasn't having access to the money. When you were informed about the shortage, why would you pay?
Nena legi li moko jahal ko be yow sa bopa wax nga ne sa doom amut loxo si xaalis amut loxo si booksi te am na loo xam ne moom nekkaam bi foofu rek mooy wone nena léegi loolu su fekkee ne loolu moo fa nekka lu tax yow bu ñu la waxee ne xaalis bi am na bu manqué nga dal di fay xaalis bi nena lan a tax loolu.
waaw da nga gis ne ci diggante boobu foofu noonu am na ñi nga xam ne xëy na benn 1 week la gaay liggéey ñii ay 2 weeks 3 weeks ñu bàyyi dem. après ñun ñu ngi just soog a ñëw.
It happens that some of them they work for 1 week 2 weeks, some they just left.
waaw si gàttal rek man dama nekk nit ku nga xamante ne du ma dee bëgg a toog tamit di xëccoo as far as man naka la tuwaati man maa responsible om pour toog bi. ma jël di full responsibility.
I am a type of a person, sometimes I don't want argument, and it was, yes, true that it was my responsibility because I am the one in charge of that area.
waaw ma xam ne tamit du xapponati so since then tamit noo laan ma bàyyi full management bi council nga xam ne man tamit lu may def rek mooy only to guide the trucks make sure ne the waste are collected to areas su ko gaay war a def.
And I know that will not repeat itself. This is why I handed all the management to council and to see to it that every day all the rubbish are collected in my area.
Okay. Now we'll go back to the audit report I was telling you about.
Nena legi ñu dal di dugg ci mbiri report bi bu mu nekkoon di wax mbiram.
It says final internal audit report.
Nena wax na ne final internal audit report.
Audit inspection on Balit project January to December 2021.
Nena audit inspection Balit project joge ko January to December 2021.
Now the Balit project or the audit is concerning all the 19 wards.
Nena legi audit bi mom pour 19 wards yep la omba.
And your ward, Kololi, do you remember the collector Binta Jabang?
Nena mbam mun nga fatale ko ben collector ko ñewa Binta Jabang.
Wow.
Yes.
She is also part of the people that were collecting and you were supervising.
Nena mom tan bokana ci ñoo xamne collectors lañ be paré ñu ngi saron.
Waaw suma mëne fatale ko moy di last secretary bi nga xamne mo ñew bi nga xamne mom lañ ma isil suma ward.
If I could fully remember, she was the last secretary that was brought to me at my ward.
Amna ñetta ñi nga xamne jaar nañ ci suma ward ñoo yépp dé left.
Already 3 of the collectors passed under me and they all left.
Okay, we'll get there. Now, for Kotu, you remember Amadou ML Jata?
Nena Kotu mamul nga fatalagu Amadou ML Jata?
They did.
No.
Okay, but you can clearly remember Kololi Binta Jata.
Nena why Kololi Binta Jata mom danko fatalagu?
Wa mom mo nekkon my secretary.
Yes, she was my secretary.
And in 2021, at the time, your son was still there as a pointer.
nena 2021 bobu tam fekara sa dom mu fa.
Déedéet suma doom short living la rek amoo fa 1 month sax.
No, it was a short period, less than 1 month.
That was in 2019.
Yes,
Nena bobu 2019 la won.
Okay, so we will go back to the shortages.
Nena legi dañoo delo si manche yu xewon moy shortages.
And this audit report, you made it clear that it was presented to the general sittings.
Nena te yaw sabo panangu ngane waaw audit report bi bobu mustañ ko isi si sen general sittings.
Internal audit reports at least.
Moy internal audit report bi. Du
Now-
nangu ngane waaw.
Yes, it's just to let you know that in 2021 there was a shortage at your ward.
Nena legi luñ bëgg pour ñu yégal la ne ati 2021 shortage amna won ci sa ward bi amna manche yu xewon fofu.
By the collector Binta Jata.
Si kaw
Sorry, Binta Jabang. I beg your
moy Binta Jabang. Si mom la xewé won.
The total sales of ticket was 873,550.
Nena ticket yeb yi nga xamne jaay na ko moy
73,550. Total deposits were 412,000.
Nena deposit yi nga xamne def na ko moy 412,000.
Variances as on the payment is 461,550.
Nena lo xamne dafa manche moy 61,550. Lol mo manche li nga xamne dugalut ko.
There was a total shortage system recovery 845, but the balance that was yet to be paid, seen as shortage, is 460,705.
Nena amna manche yi nga xamne mom dal na diko dugal du fa dugal xaliss nena waye lepp li nga xamne manche na moy 461,550.
At the time, it was yet to be paid. Is it paid?
Nena yi nga xamne bobu mom fayton bu ñoy def sen audit bi legi laajte bi moy nda lolu fay nañ ko.
Man yegu mon li yeb.
I'm not aware of this.
And you're not aware that, is it Binta Jabang had a shortage?
Nena yegulo ne Mr. Binta Jabang amna manche si xaliss.
Déedéet.
No.
Then will it be safe to say that the Mbalit audit project wasn't presented at the General Council sitting, or you were absent on the day? I need to understand, because you said you went through the internal audit reports, and this is part of the internal audit reports.
Ñaari dafa bëgg pour nga leral ko nda Mbalit unit bi sen audit report bi nda jangul gisuloo ko musuloo ko gis yóbbuñ ko si sen council bi fi ngeen dee meeting nda isi nañ ko foofu yow yaa ko jàngut wala fekkeew la woon.
Waaw ci gàttal li may wax rek xëy na ci suma déggin la li may wax mooy da ngaa gis ne mbalit bi at the end of the year dinañ dee mun a ñëw toog gox bu nekk ñu wax seen lan la gaay ak ci.
To make it short, is every end of the year we used to gather to discuss about the Mbalit, all the areas or counties.
Yes, that's the main reason why, because this is end of year audit report for 2021.
Li mota mo mu la ko egal because bi soko sété comme li nga wax at su jeexee mooy 2021 bu mooy jeex boobu la audit report bi boobu lañ ko pass.
And I believe if there is any audit query against your ward, you should be aware of it.
Te gom na ne audit suñ feeñalee ba any query bi nga xam ne query la si sa ward bi yow sa bopp war nga ko yëg.
That's it. Excuse me, man.
No, it wasn't brought to my attention.
As list as the Mbalit audit report for the year wasn't presented to you, but it was presented in a council sitting, because two of the councillors were here and they spoke the same thing, or they said the same thing as you said, that they've gone through the internal audit report, including this one.
Nena kon yow li nga bëgg leeral mooy da nga bëgg wax ne internal audit bi boobu aaguleen si yan parce que société yow bala nga ñëw fii am na ñaari councilor ñi nga xam ne ñëw nañ fii te nangu nañ ne waaw am na internal audit yi nga xam ne dugal nañ ko foofu gis nañ ko te bii si boppam si yooyu la bokka.
One of the persons was the councillor before you, K.M.C.
Nena société ku njëkkoon a ñëw fii bala yow nga ñëw councilor bi ka nga xam ne ñu ko wax K.M.C.
He was taken through this. With regards to his ward, the shortages, he remembered clearly that there was a council sitting and this was presented there.
Nena buñ ko wone li mu ne waaw dëgg la daf ko fàttaleku parce que moom tamit si woodam bi am na shortage yi fa xewoon te bi ngeen toogee si council kayit yi dañ ko feeñaloon foofu pour ngeen gis ko.
So it's clear that the 60,000 back in 2019 wasn't the only shortage at your ward.
Nena kon li leer na si yow wala soo ko yëgutoon nga yëg ko ne yëgi ne kon 60,000 bi nga wax ne boobu rek moo manqué ne na ne ko boobu rek de am na yoo xam ne tamit boobu tamit manqué na si sa woot bi.
Just as I read to you,
ne na
the Mbalit audit report for the year ending 2021.
mooy 2021 mbalit internal mbalit report bi nga xam ne audit report bi nga xam ne def nañ ko si kaw mbalit project.
Now, you not being aware of it is either you were not present at the sitting, or you were not just keenly following anything with regards to your award. That will come separate, but the fact that the 60,000 wasn't the only shortage is what I need you to understand.
Nena legi nda yow yeg nga ko wala yeguloo ko comme ni nga ko waxee ni yeguloo ko nee na ñaari affaire rek moo mën a tax doo ko mën a yëg su fekkee ne fu ñuy toog pour seet kayit bi wala report bi yow fekkeewuloo kon doo ko mën a yëg ñaareel bi mooy mun naa nekk fekkee nga kayit bi ñëw ba rombala sa waaye fekk yow faalewuloo sa tàlloo mbiri sa woot bi lii mooy ñaari affaire yi nga xam ne yooyu dana tax doo mën a yëg lii dina waaye léegi mu ngi laa yëgal ne nekkut ne 60,000 rek moo manqué sa woot bi am na xaalis bu tegu tamit yi nga xam ne bu mu la limal léegi nii boobu tam dafa manqué loo am pour wax
waaye mooy li ma wax rek dama ne bañuma waaye execute ci man.
Yes, as I said, I'm not denying or I did not refute it, but as I said, it wasn't been brought to my attention.
ma delloo leen ci gannaaw moo tax ma ne leen ne gis nga bala li happen because dama wax ne niñ doon doxalee affaire si anything can happen.
This is why I said before that the way things were going, anything can get involved.
Okay, anything like what aside from shortages?
Mismanagement mun naa am foofu xaalis.
Mismanagement can happen to financial or finance.
Yeah. Tell us more about the mismanagement.
So lolo mo tax ma teggi suma loxo yëpp bàyyi ko entirely with the mbalit management.
This is why I excuse myself from it and I handed everything to the mbalit management.
I understand. Before recusing yourself from it, tell us the possibilities of the mismanagement that you said can happen aside from the shortage.
Nga jébal mbir mi delloo ko gaay management bi nee na léegi nga leeral ñu ay mismanagement yi nga xam ne yow sa boppa yëg nga wala gis nga ne loolu mun na xew wala mu ngi xew.
Because ci da ngaa gisee every day da ngaa gisee ticket sellers yi ñoom am nañ access pour téye xaalis bi ñu ngi am access ci books yi.
And what I saw was that the ticket sellers, they have double access. That is, they have access to the books and they have access to hold the monies that they collected.
ñoom ñoo yóbbu
and take the monies to the council.
Man li ma supervise rek man bi ma nekk from 2019 I'm always maa ngi ci ground bi ak truck bi.
When I was supervising in the year 2019, I was very proper on the ground.
Li ma itteeloon mooy mu make sure ne gox bi mu war a dem mu collect mbalit bi yëpp.
All my interest was that any gox or any county where we let the rubbish be collected, all the rubbish.
Now, with regards to this 60,000 again, before this shortage for this 60,000, do you have any prior warning with regards to shortage or any issues in connection to your ward?
Nena bala shortage bobu di am bi nga xamne wax nga ko fi ne yow yeg nga ko be nga fe ko moy 60,000. Nena lolu bala mu xew nda mus nañ la binda warning letter wala si kaw sa shortage yi si sa ward bi wala?
Waaw di mbalit manager bi binda na mané yeg nga ne li sa ward li mo happen.
Yes, I was once written by the mbalit manager to inform me or ask me whether I am aware of what is happening in my ward.
When was this?
Dina li kañ la won?
From 2019 letter bi lay seet ni.
I think this was 2019. I'm even searching for the letter.
Okay, confirm the letter and you kindly provide us with the letter.
Dina legi nga seet ko soo ko gisee rek nga dal di ñu ko jox ñun tam ñu dal di teg bot.
Waaw mu ngi ni.
Yes, this is the very letter.
Madam Chair, we applied to tender the letter dated 31st day of October 2019, addressed to the witness, Councillor Peter Mendy, subject outstanding ballot ticket payment, into evidence as an exhibit.
A letter dated the 31st of October 2019, addressed to Councillor Peter Mendy, Kololi Ward, with the subject outstanding ballot ticket payment. The letter is from Kanifing Municipal Council Ballot Project. The letter is signed by Bakari Singate, Ballot Project Manager. It is copied to the Chairman, Ballot Committee, Acting Chief Executive Officer, Lord Mayor. The letter is admitted in evidence as an exhibit and it is marked as LGC/PM/KMC/002.
As the Commission pleases. Mr. Mendy, was that the only letter? Do you have another one? Anything concerning your ward?
Concerning about the living the shortages be am some word be rek la won.
Concerning the shortages that occurred in my ward, this is the only letter that I got.
So be like responsibility people ne man dina ko fay.
And this was the one that I get responsibility that I will refund it or I repay.
But on exhibit, on that letter, 51,000 was indicated.
51,000
and on the shortage on your statement is 60,000.
Then I so said your sister statement be or young was 60,000.
Be my johe suma statement be the money is about 60, 50 munuma fatel go 2019.
I cannot be certain at the time I was giving my statement. I said it's about 60.
Around roughly to 60.
Roughly.
No, it didn't say about. It says
about
over 60,000.
Then 60,000.
About 60,000 and over 60,000 is two different things.
Then over, about and over. Then lolu dafa nek lo xamne dafa des ak wala lu ëpp. Then lolu bokut.
Wa da nga gis ne letter bi Bakary Singate mom mo nekkon di mbalit mane mom ko binda.
This letter was written by Bakary Singate, who was the manager at Balit at the time.
Man lima wax moy na gay check li nga xamne lepp lolu la. So finally mënu ma wax exactly because dama ko ne ko gay gene yep man ma fay.
I told him to calculate and tell me the amount, the total amount.
Yes,
I cannot even ascertain how much was it, but when it was confirmed to me, then I paid.
Okay, we will definitely go into the details of that payment and how. But for now, I understand on the letter, further action was to be taken by the CEO. Was it taken?
Nena legi affaire bi bo nañ ko topa ñu mëna xam mbiri fay bi nu mu démé won mu ne waye lu mu gis daal xam-xam bu mu xam wala mu la laajte da CEO jël ton step ci kaw fay bi.
And may we request the exhibit, the letter?
Yes.
And Madam Chair, with your permission,
I'll just
witness will have to read the letter. Mr. Mendy, can you kindly go through the letter? Please read that letter out.
nee na dafa bëgg a binde yi nga xam ne boobu nga gis si biir lettre boobu dafa bëgg nga read ko ni ñëpp dégg la.
Your outstanding payment request is seriously past due to date, and while we have attempted on several occasions to contact you, my calls and letter have gone unanswered. This matter has now reached a critical point, and your case have now been referred to the Chief Executive Officer of the officer for further action. We require immediate payment of this amount to avoid the Ward West Stroke Committee taking further action. Please contact the chair of the committee immediately to advise for full payment of this outstanding amount, 51,000. If payment has already been made, please disregard this letter. Thank you in advance for your understanding and cooperation. Yours sincerely, Bakari Singate, Malik Project.
Thank you. Can I please have the exhibit? So, before receiving this letter, did you make payments?
Bala nga jot lettre bi ndax dafa fekk fay nga.
Waaw mooy li ma wax rek da ngaa gis ne ñoom da ngaa gis ne ñu doon liggéey ak man foofu noonu xale dañ daan fay.
Yes, as I said, the people working with me, they were paid.
So moo tey dafa jëloon time pour ma contact leen ñi nga xam ne ndax dañ amee arrears au books yi nga xam ne joxoon nañ leen ñi nga xam ne ñoom ñoo leen joxoon books yi.
And it have taken time for me to inquire from them whether they have shortages or not.
Wow. Moo tax finally man ma ne leen na ngay def all the inquiries then ñu check ñu nga xam ne is missing then ñoom ñu contact na.
This is why I informed them to make check-ins. Anything missing, then let me be contact.
Then loolu la ngay def. Bi ngay defee loolu.
That is how they did. After doing so.
Now, to make it simple, was this letter disregarded as in, because they're inquiring if it's paid? If the payment has already been made, please disregard this letter. That's what it states.
Yes.
So at the time, did you respond to this letter?
Nena letter be mba dan ko tontu won.
Wow.
Yes.
Where is your response?
Nena ana sa tontu bi. Sa letter bi nga wone dan ko bita pour.
Moy dafa ko dem go back to book something, books yi li wax concern about this 51,000. Mu check because man amé won ak man.
Yes, I understand. You responded. Yes, we want to see the response.
Nena lu moy laté moy.
If you don't have it here, you can note it down and please provide.
Waxut ne lan nga ko tontu waaye mu ne ndaa kayit bi nga xam ne because dañ la bindal letter yow nga ne da nga tontu bi tamit bind la nee na letter boobu lañ bëgg a gis nee na léegi li ngay def mooy jëlal pen ak paper lu ñu soxla fi rek nga bind ko pour nga bañ a fàtte nee na letter boobu nga xam ne sa response bi boobu lañ soxla.
No binduma.
I did not write. It
Then
was
how did
informal.
you respond? Verbally?
Verbally to office somewhere.
Verbally in his office. It was not formal. It was informal.
Why? You were written to. It was a formal document. Why didn't you respond formally? Because you can tell us you responded, but if we did not see anything in connection to that, we will not know. How do we ascertain that you responded to this letter?
Nena lana mona tahli yaw officially dañ la binda moy formal pro informal wala yegal lu xew yow nga bëgg tontu letter bobu yow bindulo nga dem nga ne da nga dem ci office am bi nga wax ak mom neena ñun ñi nga am ne féké wuñ ko bési tay nu mu melni ñun naka lañ lay gomé ne lolu xew na won wala dafa amone
mota dañ ma won kolon nañ ma dem fekki mayor with mayor and the deputy mayor.
This was why I was called and I went to attend their answer to them, the mayor and the deputy mayor.
Okay, we'll get there. Now, you had a due date for this payment?
It
was deducted
allowances.
Through my allowances. You
read out that the due date has passed.
Nena so bi nga jàngee yow sa bopp wax nga ne bés bi nga xam ne dañ ko taxawal pour nga fay dafa passé wala dafa romba.
And while they attempt on several occasions to contact you,
Nena te def nañ seen kattan yoon yu bëri wala yu néewi pour mun a jokkoo yow.
the writer's calls and the letter have gone unanswered.
Nena gis nga ne ay ooyo yi nga xam ne dañ ko dañ la day aussi téléphone mooy ay calls ak lettre yi nga xam ne dañ la bindee yépp amul tontu bu fa xew.
So
tontu loolu dara si yooyu.
if a due date was given to you, was there a prior letter? Because I've seen a letter.
Nena su fekkee ne dañ la jox bés bi nga war a fay pour jeexali xaalis bi nena ndaa kon dafa mel ni am na lettre bu ñu la bind bala bii.
déedéet.
No.
So which letter were they talking about?
Nena kon ban lettre lañ nekk di wax fii si lettre bi.
loolu wax rek la.
That is just may I say.
Because ñu ñoo nekk si council maa gis every day. Because li ma waxee ne xaalis dafa manqué man dama ko ne naa contact ñi nga xam ne mooy ticket sellers.
We are the very people who were at council. When I was informed that there was a shortage, all I say, let them calculate and tell me exactly the figure.
And were you also aware that they were trying to reach out to you?
Nena ndaa yëg nga ne tamit dañu try pour mun a jot wax ak yow.
mooy ñi ma ko wax rek ca njëlbeen ba rek ñun every day ñun ñu ngi gisandi.
As I said earlier on, every day we do see.
Okay, we'll verify that from the Mbalit manager, Mr. Singate.
Nena loolu dañ ko leeral si Mr. Singate si boppam.
Sorry, I have a question.
Madam mu ne am naa laajte mu lay laajte.
For Mr. Peter, sorry. Mr. Mendy.
Nena yow Mr. Mendy.
Exhibit LGC/PM/KMC/002.
Nena mooy seen ne kayit bi nga xam ne dugal nañ ko mooy letter bi.
That is signed by Bakare.
Bi nga xam ne Bakare si boppam wax nga ne moo ko sign.
Singate. He is referring to the sum of 51,000.
Nena moom kaddu yi nga xam ne wax na ko si letter bi moom mooy 51,000.
And in your statement, you are referring to the sum of 60,000.
Nena waaye yow si salaame yow li nga wax si sa statement mooy 60,000.
We have not seen anywhere
Nena gisuñu ko fenn.
that will distinguish the two amounts.
Yi nga xam ne dana tax bi mbir bi du nekk benn.
Because our understanding from exhibit 002.
Nena ñun lu nga xam ne gis nañ ko si kayit bi te lu nga xam ne loolu yëg nañ ko foofu wala am nañu understanding.
Is a different amount from the 60,000.
Nena loolu njëg la bi nga xam ne bokkut ak njëg bi nga xam ne mooy 60,000 bi ngay wax.
This was just specific to monies that they could not receive.
Nena li nekk na xaalis bi nga xam ne ñoom ñoo ko moom waaye mënuñ koo jot.
And they attributed that to your son.
Nena te fuñ ko teg mooy si sa doom lañ ko teg.
No, ci gàttal.
No, wait. Just let me finish. Our understanding.
Nena ñun luñ si xam mooy.
This 51,000.
This 51,000 bi.
Is shortage from your collectors and the secretary.
Nena boobu nekk na shortage bi nga xam ne sa collectors yi ak sa secretary.
Which are two different shortages.
Nena yi nga xam ne ñaari shortages yu bokkut.
So can you explain further so that we understand?
Nena luñu jëna bëgg fi pour légui nga léral ñu pour ñu mëna yegg mbir mi naka la démé won.
Waaw ma bantuwaat foofu ma delluwaat foofu li ma la.
Let me repeat.
Statement bi dama leen ne leen dafa yàgga.
As I said, the statement was a long time.
Allege, the amount is around roughly about 60,000.
What I said to them on my statement was, I was alleged, and the amount that I was alleged of was roughly around 60,000.
Letter bi dafa yàgga dama am pour jël time pour mën a seet ndax dinaa ko mën a gis.
The
Okay,
letter.
so now what we will do, we will give you time to see because our understanding is different. So unless you bring us evidence to show that this 51,000 is one and the same with the 60,000, there is no way we will understand or conclude that these two amounts are the same. Alright? So please note that and provide information. Our understanding of this 51,000 is in reference to, it's with reference to your collectors and the secretary, and not your son, because for your son, that one is very clear.
Suma son amul ben access to.
Alright, so please note that one down and
nga gis ne nga isi ñu ay kayit yi nga xam ne yu wér yi nga xam ne yooyu mun na leeral naka la mbir mi demee bu 60,000 mi ak 51,000. ma ne parce que 51,000 soo ko seetee boobu dañ ko leeral ne loolu xaalis la bu manqué si sa collecteur si ak sa secrétaire bi nee na li nga xam ne bokkut ak bu sa doom boobu tam beneen affaire la nee na léegi bindal nga isi ñu kayit yooyu.
waaw li ma bëgg a wax mooy rek statement bi man maa ko binda.
What I want to say
it
is,
is
my statement.
the reason why the reason why ma jël the responsibility of pour ma fay xaalis bi.
The reason why I took the responsibility of paying these monies.
ñu ngi allege because suma doom mu fa ci la ko.
It was alleged that my son was included.
Waaw waaye amul dara li nga xam ne dañ allege ne suma doom la man maa leen wax ne la suma doom ang foofu lii
there wasn't a direct allegation that my son have done. But
waaye lii lañ wax ne mooy shortage bi ci defem bi naka tuuti mbalit project in which I man ma fay so man dama bëgg a yëpp leer moo tax man ma wol leen affaire si naka la dooree ak naka la demee and the reason why lan moo tax suma doom nekkoon foofu bi ko man pour affaire si rek naka la tuuti suma liggéey bi.
Yes, but Peter, if you Mr. Mendes, sorry, if you note page 2 of your statement, I may think that the two are not same, but I stand to be corrected if I have evidence to see otherwise. Let me read you the particular line which said in your statement, on page 2, where you said the mayor, that is the mayor of KMC, further contacted my party leader, Honorable Halifa Saleh, to inform him about the matter, and I requested that I should repay the value of the said books. Subsequently, the finance department of the council deducted the whole amount from my monthly allowances without being issued any receipt as evidence of payment, but these deductions were highlighted in my payslip.
Right.
Yes. So, is this in reference to the 60,000 or the 51,000?
Then I has be being our no statement be. That
50,000
be 51,000 be wala 60,000.
Yes.
60,000.
Council, you may proceed.
Thank you. Mr. Mendy, on the second page of your statement.
Then I so say there's a statement, the second page.
Could you read the first paragraph?
Then anga jangal pa first paragraph bi.
Is it regarding what allocations?
No, the first paragraph that says, apart from you have a full stop
okay,
right after
60,000, hence my son was part of the team.
Yes, continue.
The mayor further contacted my party leader, Honorable Halifa Saleh, to inform him about the matter, requested that I should repay the value of the said books. Subsequently, the finance department of the council deducted the whole amount from my monthly allowances without being issued any receipt as evidence of payment. But this deduction were highlighted in my payslip.
Okay. Now, could you tell us what will warrant the mayor to call your party leader?
Nena legi wax ñu lana wara tax be mayor bi di o sen kilifa gi moy parti leader bi.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Reasons best known to him.
Nena mom ci bopam mo yegg lutax.
And what was done after that?
Nena lana mujé am.
Waaw daf ko explainal and man tuma party leader on na ma ci keram mo man xaliss bi naka la man leen ne ñom buñ ko méngale about with the na party la as far as my responsibility man I will take everything.
Sorry, say that again.
Suma party leader call on na ma keram.
Yes, he reported this to my party leader and he called me to his compound.
Explaining the matter concerning about these books
and he informed me that he had the matter concerning this management.
Lila guy wax lu am la why ñom buñ ci involve man I will pay everything.
What they have said is true, but don't get involved. I will pay everything.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. You've mentioned here that when they wrote to you this letter, you also told them that they should give you the details of the shortages. That way you will contact the collectors and you will know where the fault is from.
Yes.
Bu la joxe letter bi nga ne legi ñu jox la waxtu yow tamit da nga o sa collectors yi nga dal di wax ak ñoom pour nga xam mbir mi fan la xewé won. And
you added that for you to collect the shortages from those collectors.
Te li nga waxoon ne pour yow nga mën a jot xaalis bi wala shortages bi nga xam ne xaalis bu manqué si collectors yooyu.
Did you end up collecting or recovering the shortages from those collectors?
Nee na xaalis bu manqué bi ndaa mujjee nga jot xaalis bi si collectors yi.
ñeneen ñi sax xawma leen ñeneen ñi sax gisuma leen.
Some of them I don't know them, some even I cannot see them. I don't see them.
Because no man malen jel.
I don't employ them, I don't take them.
And you did not collect or recover
Nothing,
any amount
absolutely.
from none of them.
Not at all.
But you knew there was a shortage
Nena why nga ne am na shortage la?
Yes.
Yes.
from those collectors.
Si
Yes.
kaw collectors yooyu, yes.
Yes, you did not employ them,
Nena why jël loo leen liggéey?
but they are under your ward.
Yes.
Nena why si sa ward bi lañ nekk?
So, what did you think
Nena loo mujjee def?
before taking up liability, because your son is part of the team, to pay the whole sum, and when you had gone through your ward collectors, you realized that they were having shortages, and you know them. You didn't see them, yes, but you know them, and they are staff. You didn't employ them, yes, but did you report back to council as to the ones that are having these shortages that will make a total sum of about 60,000 or 51,000?
Nena mba loolu bu mu xewee comme yow sa bopp wax nga ne xamuloo leen gisuloo leen waaye lu tax nga daal di ñëfee pour jël mbir mi nga fay xaalis bi mooy comme sa doom bokk na si. Nena léegi ndaa yow loo mujjee def soo def bi nga demee ba jotloo xaalis si collecteur si gisuloo leen xamuloo leen ndaa da nga ko report si council.
Well, report now to the Balit manager.
Yes.
As far as it happened, let them take the responsibility.
I have reported it to the Balit manager.
Ticket collectors.
As far as this had happened, now let them remove all these substitute them with others.
A good advice from Talib Limo. As far as your son is there.
And I had a good advice from
Talib. That's the mayor.
The mayor, okay, the mayor, that as far as your son is involved.
Yes. So it's better
it's better as far as your son is there, let you remove him from there.
Immediately, from that advice, no lack again, and I explained to them the reason why he was there.
And I healed the advice. From there, immediately I removed him from the place, and I explained to them the reason why he was there, because he's not paid.
What's not balanced is you reported the matter as to the collectors that are having these shortages. Now, before we go further, was the report formal? Do you have the report with you?
No. Report bo nga wane dem nga fofu pour clamer len da clamer bo am nga ko dang ko binda wala?
Did it?
No.
So, Mr. Mendy, I was just concerned, do you go formal at any point? Do you write letters?
Nena lu moy laajte moy ci biir sa liggéey bi nda yow am na ay communication nga da dang de binda letters formally.
Wow.
Yes.
So something as important as shortage at your ward and your son being involved to a point of calling your party leader is not, is it, how do they call it, critical enough for you to respond formally and report formally like you're saying?
Dina legi lolu sula dalé ci sa mbir gox ne dañ la alléji wala dañ la tuumi ne amna xaalis bu réer lu loo xam ne dafa sérieux lu mel ni loolu ba ñu mujjee oo sa boss di ko yëgal nee na yow ba léegi de amuloo communication bi nga mën a def bi nga xam ne da nga ko def formal pour binda.
At least we've seen a letter that's formal, querying for some amount of money, but the response are all word of mouth.
nee na dafa mel ni am na tamit lettre bi nga xam ne gis nañ ko ñun ñëpp yow yaa sax nangu nga ne waaw dañ la ko bindal di laajte wala di la yëgal ay xaalis bi nga xam ne dafa réer waaye yooyu yëpp tontu boobu yëpp ay jéemeñ la rek.
waaw tontu bi mooy li ma wax mooy dañ council comme ni mooy doxee ñaareel dañ laa oo ñi nga xam ne ñoom ñoo am responsabilité ñoom ñoo laa nga dem uyu ji. so da nga gis ne li moo xapp ne Mbakare Singati mooy di mbalit manager dafa mooy njëkkaa binda.
Mr. Mendy,
yes.
It is also your you're the responsible person. It's a chain. It is also your responsibility to find out where these shortages are from and note it down or report formally for them to know and take it up straight with those collectors. But you didn't do that. There's one thing to be actually liable of something or just accepting liability because your son is there. That is what we cannot understand.
Nena lena la de si sa wax bi yëpp am na ñoo xam ne loolu daal mënuñu ko leeral wala understand nañu loolu mooy yow bi nga demee ba ñu ne la yow sa quartier bi am na xaalis bu fa manqué yow sa boppa nga del di seet ba xam ne waaw xaalis bi lu ñu wax dëgg la dafa manqué waaye si boori collecteur si la manqué nee na waaye loolu yëpp yow talloo binduloo defuloo dara report loolu waaye because of sa doom bokk na lii moo taxoon nga dal di pare pour fay xaalis bi wala lii moo taxoon nga fay xaalis bi
waaye ci gàttal mooy li ma wax rek mooy dem na ñëw na ñu ne xaalis bi la soo nga fay ko rek benn yoon rek
as I said, just to make it
jox leen responsibility bi ñoom ñu take up seen own living.
Sorry, let me come in here. Mr. Mendy, the issue is that this project was a project that you are aware that you took loan to execute. Is that correct?
Nena project bi nekk na project boo xam ne yow sa bopp yëg nga ko ne xaalis bi ngeen jëloon pour ngeen taawal project bi pour ngeen delloo ko. xaalis bi.
And there were funds being missing in the collection of revenue in terms of, you understand, the collection of monies by the collectors.
am na xaalis bi nga xam ne tamit day manqué si xaalis bi nga xam ne bi nga war a jot si collectors yi.
And you have told the commission that you were aware that there were shortages.
nee na te yow leeral nga fi ne yëg nga ne waaw am na manqué bu xewoon.
The question we are asking is, why didn't you write formally to report this matter so that an investigation could be done to situate what is the problem with a view to solving it?
nee na lu tax yow sa bopp binduloo council pour wane leen nga gis ne ñu dal di bàyyi internal audit wala auditeurs yi ñu dem pour gis mbir mi pour xam naka la pour ñu mën a xam naka la xaalis bi réeree wala naka la xaalis bi ni balaa ngeen koy fay xaalis bi fan la dugga.
We understood you took up the responsibility to pay this 60,000.
ñun yëg nañ ne waaw yow jël nga responsibility bi pour fay xaalis bi. 60,000
But it got you to a level where the mayor has to call your party leader to report you.
nee na waaye am na dem na ba place bi nga xam ne sa mayor bi dafa oo sa boss mu dal di ko di la report.
So which means there has been some issues that were going on and they were not resolved. It got to a level where he had to call your party leader to report you for this matter.
nee na kon lii wane na ne am na looy daw si ronde soo gisee lii jeexut lu jeexut la daal li nga xam ne nekkut ne fay na jeex na déedéet waaye am na lu nekk di dox lii moo tax mu oo sa boss mu wax la ko.
The issue is, why did you fail to write formally reporting the fact that there has been shortages? And you have also told this commission in your previous testimony that the system was so much prone to fraud because of the way the tickets are being sold.
nee na léegi yow lu tax
Why should that not have prompted you to write a formal report so it will be tabled at the commission and it will be at the council and it will be dealt with?
nee na lu tax binduloo pour wane gars yi ne waaw mbir mi nii la demee am na manqué bu xew wala nii la demee lu tax leeraloo gars yi te yow sa boppa fii wax nga ne dëgg la de am na système bi nga xam ne yéen a ngi ko di doxal boobu dafa nekk loo xam ne lu yomb la pour nit tappale foofu mooy fraude.
So that is the question.
nee na lii mooy laajte bi lu tax binduloo council.
waaw because ñun ma tontu foofu mooy da ngaa gis ne constantly ñun ñu ngi ci council bi ñun ak managers yi ak daal the people responsible su fekkee ne am na anything you will be called upon pour nga dem uyu ji.
non as I said because
ay mun naa am tamit comme noo leen ko xalaatee xëy na noo leen ko xalaatee ne man xalaatee wu ma ko noonu.
We are always together with council, so whenever something
Thank you,
is,
Mr. Mendy.
you are called
Proceed.
to ascertain.
Thank you. You've made mention that all the amount was deducted from your payslips.
Nena wax nga fi ne xaalis boobu yëpp dañ ko génne woon si sa allowance bi.
Wow.
Yes.
And prior to that, you've accepted liability.
Nena ci kaw loolu yow sa bopp nangu nga.
Wow.
Yes.
You can note it down. Kindly provide the pay slips that has those deductions, and you can go back to council and request for the receipt of paying the total sum and provide it.
nga bind loolu balaa nga bañ a koo fàtte soo delloo council nga del di uti kayit yooyu sa pay slip si fi nga xam ne foofu lañ nekkoon di génnee xaalis bi.
baax na jërëjëf.
All right, we can move to the next issue about the ward allocations.
Nena léegi nañ dem si kanam mu la laajte nena léegi suñ demee si ward allocations mooy lu mu leen dee jox pour seen ward yi.
How much funds were allocated to your ward?
Nena yow sa ward ñaata la ñu la dee jox pour sa ward bi.
luñ nangotoon mooy ci council bi da ngaa gis ne 100,000.
The agreement was that at council level for 100,000.
100,000 per quota, 100,000 per annum. 100,000 how?
So 100,000 da quota bila wala at bila wala
per annum.
Per annum.
And that was straight for 5 years.
Nena lolu mu ngi xew be juroom at yoyu.
Wa am na ñu am ay ña ci forcé from 2019 am na ñu amutoon man foog naa fooloon naa ci ñi nga xam ne amutoon dafa des si yow si sa project si yow war a def.
It depends. Some of us did not be able to get these funds in the year 2019.
Was there any reason?
Nena lu taxoon daal dafa am lu tax be yéen jot leen ko.
Waaw pour ñu ne lifin bi naka la availability of the lifin bi naka la funds yi.
Availability of funds.
Availability of the funds.
Was there a committee sitting over that?
Nena da am na committee yu dee seet loolu fan na boobu.
No.
No.
Now, you can provide the ward account number to the registrar.
Nena léegi nga def sa katan nga jox Mr. Camara registrar bi.
And you
Send ward account number.
You mentioned handing over to Mr. Famara Fofana.
Nena te wax nga ne fii mbir bi yëpp danga ko jébal nga jokkoon Famara Fofana.
Meaning you have a handing over note?
Nena lu mel ni daf kon am nga woon handing over note.
They did.
No.
So how did you hand over to Mr. Famara?
Kon yow naka nga ko jébaloon Famara?
Was it just the bank account number?
Ndax bank account number bi rek nga ko jox?
Waaw.
Yes.
Ak bagage yi nga xam ne moom la council because dañu dee sa office ku nekk sa office council moo ko ñëw furnish d'accord so da nga gis ne anything that belongs to him moom dina ñëw ki ko jël dina ñëw jël inventory.
Some of the items or the chairs in the because the council used to furnish your office.
Okay.
So somebody will come and get the inventory.
Okay. So no file, no development or ongoing projects or anything, no records was handed over to Mr. Famara.
Jolo ko ben file, jolo ko ben records wala ay lu melni ay
It
kayit.
was just an office.
Why just for wéxi office rek.
Because moom suma office balaa maa jeexal suma time sa dafa fekk ne suma life nakal tuwaade suma time was jeexoon na foofu noonu so dangay sa bagage yi bari dama ko jël yóbbu ko.
Yes, before my time finished before I left the office. So all the certain items have been taken away, and I have taken them to kept them away.
Taken away by?
Man maa ko jëloon denc before ma hand over ko.
I took them and kept them before I hand over the office.
Borom place dafa ne ñu génne.
Because the owner of the place was just demanding the place.
But no handing over documents.
Nena why amut kayit yi nga xam ne da ngeen ko bind mooy handing over documents. No.
Okay. So about the allocation of these funds, every year 500,000. So the only two projects that was the football field and the access road, backfilling the access road in Kotu.
Nena at bu nekk 500,000. Nena kon yow project bi nga xam ne wax nga ko wala am nga ko foofu mooy development project.
Du 500,000.
Yon bi ak field bi. No, the amount is not 500,000.
It's not 500,000.
So how much do you have in total as to the ward allocation funds that was coming in during your time?
Nena yow jamono bi nga xam ne yaa fa nekkoon ñaata nga jot si allocation yi nga xam ne ñëw nañ wala ñu ngi yow di ñu ngi lay joxe.
Xam naa ne benn time amoo time xëy na 100,000.
I can remember one time 100,000.
Which year was that?
Nena ban at la woon bi?
Around na nekk boori 2019 or 2022 daal.
2019 or 2022?
Why mun naa provide all the references?
I
can't remember.
Provide all the documents concerning that.
Yes, you can provide the documents.
Yes.
Now we accept the commissioners have question with regards to that before I move to the other issue. No. Okay. So the next issue is about the market exercise. Did you participate in any market exercise?
Nena léegi mbiri marché bi lu ñuy wax market exercise nena da am na benn jamono bi nga xam ne wala dafa am jamono bi nga xam ne bokk nga si market exercise.
Mënuma fàttale ko.
I cannot remember.
But you received the honorarium, as it was called.
Yes.
Yes.
How much did you receive?
Nena ñaata nga jotoon si honorarium?
10,000.
10,000.
And you did not participate in any exercise from either of the committees you serve as a member?
Nena ton bokkuloo si benn exercise si committee nga xam ne bokk nga foofu as a member.
Waaw mun na naka la tuwaatee xëy na mun na am tamit to my understanding receive nako comme no len ko ñu honorarium ndax wax nañ ne pour market exercise la waaye li ma mëna wax mooy rek mënuma fàttali ko ne def na market exercise.
Yes, I received the amount and it was told that the reason for this money was for the market exercise. But for me, I cannot remember involving in a market exercise.
Okay, in either of the committees, which of the exercise did you attend then?
Nena legi si committee nga boka ban committee nga boka si exercise bi.
That's the appointment and establishment committee.
Appointment
and
establishment committee and account committee.
Wow, my establishment and appointment committee, I'm not exercising, I don't check concerning about like this fraud tickets. They get it, pull them be in a market, like Latrikunda market, Nyari Latrikunda, you have Latrikunda German, and then you have Latrikunda Mampotoko Fena, Gamma JG them guy organize affairs, then you have you jog them, then do what you mean the Muna check.
Yes, for establishment and appointment committees, yes, there was a time of which we were involved in an exercise in some of the markets, namely Latrikunda and so on. Yes, I can remember vividly about those exercises.
That's just at the establishment committee.
Nenabo establishment committee now.
What am they involved in? Then they invite from the other committees.
Yes, we used to involve some from the different committees.
Or you invite you book establishment appointment.
Vice versa, they do invite us to join them.
Okay. That's for the establishment committee, and it's clear that you did not attend any market exercise.
Yes.
Nenabo mo establishment committee te bo learn na ne boko muslo boka si exercise.
Wow, pour market committee li mota.
Yes, for the market committee, yes.
And you've received the 10,000 honorarium.
Nena te jot nga xaliss bi mi nga am ne honorarium la xaliss yu jappalé.
Muy dega.
Yep, that's true.
Did you by any chance ask why the 10,000 was given to you?
Nena buñ la ko joxe na laajte nga lutax ñu la ko jox.
Moy comme ni wax ni ko gaay
Nena buñ la ko joxe da nga laajte nda lutax ñu la koy jox.
Mo bantuat.
Yes, as it was being said to us, this is special for honorarium.
Wow.
Okay, how often did you receive this 10,000? This 10,000 honorarium, how often do you receive it?
Munuma fatale ko de way heñam nakal toati dinañ de like feast so ameni feast.
I can't remember exactly, but normally at the feast, when it happens, there is a feast.
Like Toboski.
Like Toboski.
Wala Korite.
Korite.
Wow, li hewon moy man tamit I was the only Christian at the council.
And it happens that I was the only Christian at council.
Balalema elaborate for no.
Let me
so
elaborate.
The only Christian at the
I was the only Christian at council.
So out of the 19 or 27 living councillors
out of 20 or 7 or 19 councillors.
For example, like Christmas.
For instance, Christmas time.
Swing allowances that they faral on the 26, 27.
And normally we do have our allowances at 26 or 27.
So sila appeal.
That was the time I appealed.
Ndamuna am suma salary advancement before before the 25th.
Whether I could be able to have my salary in advance before
around
25th.
2019. So that is before.
This was in the year 2019.
Wow. At least mamuna prepare some for Christmas.
So that I can be able to prepare something ahead of Christmas.
The difference councillors.
This was the only thing that caused or have differences with other
anything
councils.
That comes to the council or
anything that comes to councils, I just include myself or associate myself. Let us to be one and the same.
Yes. Okay. Mr. Mende.
Yes.
We noted that there are 2 allowances paid.
The
market exercise allowances.
Market exercise allowance.
And the honorarium that is paid during the feast.
Honorarium binga wax na ya binga ne nangu nga ne waaw dañ la ko fay su feast jotee moy julli wala leneen.
And it is paid across the board to all the councillors.
Te yoy dañ ko def fay councillor yépp.
Now, my question is,
nee na laajte bi mooy
did you receive the market exercise allowance of 10,000 and the honorarium for the Korite and Tubaski allowance of 10,000?
nee na léegi mu ngi laa laajte ndax market exercise bi nga xam ne dañ dee joxe 10,000 bu bokkut ak honorarium bi nga xam ne boobu tam dañ ko dee joxe mooy fukki junni 10,000 nee na léegi nga élaboré tuñu pour leeral ñu foofu parce que ñaari fay nga xam ne bokkuñ.
waaw defe naa ne wax naa leeral naa foofu mooy li ma la wax mooy li ma leen wax ne leen ne mooy.
No. I'm asking a question.
nee
I
na
want
moom mu ngi laajte
clarity on that.
nga tontu
I'm saying there are 2 allowances being paid
ne
here.
ñaari allowance lañ leen dee fay fii.
Is that correct?
nee na du dëgg.
It's only one.
Only one.
mooy honorarium.
Just the market exercise?
That is
No,
the
the
honorarium.
The market exercise?
No.
Honorarium.
Not the market exercise?
nee na a market exercise.
No.
No.
No, so that is what I'm saying. So I am now asking you whether, because you have just admitted, and you have stated in your statement, and you have highlighted payment voucher. For example, payment voucher 180818, dated the 9th of August 2018, right? In your statement.
nee na soo ko seetee sa statement bi foofu moom da nga ko leeral ba fay bi am na fay bi nga jot. te voucher boobu mooy wone nee na te boobu boobu nga wone ne.
That is where you indicated that you participated. No, that is where you said you have never participated in any market exercise and you were not aware of any market exercise being carried out by council.
nee na foofu moom li nga wax ne nga ne yëg nga ko waaye nga dal di wax ne bi nga yëgee affaire fay bi ñu ne pour market exercise te market exercise boobu nee na musta am jamono yi nga xam ne yow bokk nga si.
So now I just wanted to confirm whether you just received one honorarium that is during the feast and not the market exercise, because there are two payments that have been made.
nee na
the honorarium for feast activity and the market exercise that they were conducting, which you did not participate.
léegi nga leeral ñu xaalis bi nga xam ne yow jot nga ko mooy 10,000 bi nga wax ndax honorarium bi nga xam ne su feast bi jotee ñu dal leen di leen ko jox mooy ay Tabaski wala Korité wala leneen wala 10,000 bi nga jot boobu nekk na xaalis boo xam ne market exercise so dafa bëgg moo xam si ñaari yow ban nga jot nga leeral ñu.
waaw ma delluwaat waxaat le mooy ne li ma leen doon wax mooy ne every year dañ dee am honorarium.
What
every
year we used to have honorarium.
Okay, thank you. So that
Thank
clears
you.
it.
It
is for the yearly feast. So you can proceed.
Yes.
Thank you. So, Mr. Mendy, I want to inquire. You said you've appealed to council during Christmas.
Nena wanga ne si Christmas being bala 25th being dal di appeal.
For council. You to have your advance salary, you call it?
Pour ñu jox la sa salary bala 25th bi di jot wala 26th.
Because it's clear that technically Christmas is not part of the feast.
Nena te so sete lolu nda Christmas mi nekk na lo xamne bokut ci feast yi.
Wherein you will receive this honorarium. So was your request granted?
Nena legi laajte bi nga laajte wala ñaan bi nga ñaan da dañ la mujjé duglu wala uyu.
Moy suma salary advance living rek. Advance payment.
That was my salary advance payment. That's the only thing.
Mr. Mendy, kindly sit properly. Please. Your hands down. Please. Thank you. Sorry, the answer was it was granted, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Now, aside from the advance salary that was given to you during Christmas, did you receive any other support from council?
Nena sudu salary bi nga xamne wala sa fee bi nga xamne jox nañ la ko pour Christmas nena nda am nga jappalé bu nga xamne council def nako? No.
Okay. Unless there is any other question from the commissioners, lead counsel have a question or a few questions for the witness.
I don't have any question.
Thank you very much. I just have a few questions
Bugo na
for
wone
him.
fi tamit lefin moy ca dorin bi ni starté affaire ma nga mel copy of
I have a document or a paper that I want to show.
What is that paper about?
Nena kayit boy bat façon kayit la.
bi moy kay bi moy biñ starté de mbalit waste management bi.
This was a document when we started
DC ak the charges yi yep.
the mbalit procurements, the days, the counties and the charges.
Wow.
Yes.
Yes, let's please see it. You mean the tariff for the collections?
In a daily tariff for collection si la wala.
We applied to tender a document in relation to the marriage project, illustrating the prices and the for the collections into evidence as exhibit.
The Mbalit Waste Management Project, Kololi Ward Collection Schedule is hereby admitted in evidence as an exhibit, and it is marked as LGC/PM/KMC/003.
As the Commission places. Now, let's just try to get a few things across and very straight. You should not have asked your son to be part of the team to collect revenue or act as a pointer.
Nena yaw soko sete dañ delo gannaaw am na lu mu la bëgg a xelal nena jël bi njëkk bi sa nena sa doom warto na nekk koo xam ne yow kooku nga war a jël dugal ko si liggéey bi pour mu nekk pointer.
Do you agree with that?
Nena nangu nga loolu.
Wow, d'accord, nangu na.
Yes, I do.
Because there are other people, if you've wanted to create employment for him, he could have applied for.
Nena place boobu su fekkee ne da nga bëggoon pour mu liggéey foofu ñu koy fay da nga waroon apply.
It is not a family business.
Nena lii nekkut business wala family business la.
You agree with that?
Nena nangu nga loolu.
Wow, d'accord na.
Yes, I do.
And go ahead.
Li taxoon ma def loolu tamit man dama doon aar suma boppa doon aar de.
The reason why I did so, I was just trying to defend myself.
No, we would not buy that. It would not make sense because there are people employed for this service.
Nena lolu soko dege nena nekut ben joxewut ben sens nena parce que am na ñoo xam ne dañ leen jël liggéey te loolu lii moo taxoon ñu jël leen liggéey.
Let them do their job.
Loolu pour ñu def seen liggéey loolu mooy seen liggéey.
If there is shortage, they will be accountable for it.
Nena te da nga gis ne manqué soo amee ñoo seen boppa ñoo koy fay.
Do you understand that?
Nena leer na si yow. Yes.
The other issue is you cannot convince anyone that your son was not part of the people collecting revenue because you had accepted to pay the outstanding balance.
Nena bena affaire wala ñaareel affaire bi mooy yow sa doom doo ko mun a setal pour nga wax ne moom du dee teg wala xaalis du ñu ko dee teg si sa loxo nena loolu du mun a doo ko mun a setal parce que lii moo taxoon nga nangu sax pour fay xaalis bi.
Is that not the case?
Nena mbaalu noonu.
No.
No.
Why? Please explain.
Nena leeral ñu su dul loolu naka la.
Soo seetee ñun mi nekk si at the council bi ñu dañ jógee from different parties.
If you see just at the council, we all came from different parties.
Ku nekk yow mun ngaa foog ne yow li ngaa def xëy na moo nekk lu right or yow yaa ngi jéem a try pour def ne am na ñi nga xam ne ñoom ñu ngi jéem a taxaw pour seet yow ni nga amee pour nga am failures.
Whatever you are doing, you think that that is the right thing, there will be people opposite you to see to it that you got failure to it.
Loolu moo taxoon ma jël suma doom def ko because that was the first year ñu nominate dama ma nekk fa maa ngi doon jéem a try tamit pour aar suma position ak suma liggéey.
These are my reasons why I put my son therein to see to it that he can defend me. I can have a defense on my work.
That is my point. That should add up. That is my point. This is a service to the people. And regardless of how you see it, it has to be in accordance with proper procedure and the law. So in that aspect, if you've agreed to pay the money, the reasonable conclusion is that your son was implicated. If he was not implicated, you wouldn't have paid the money. That is a fact.
Dinaa ko doon fay suma doom su fa nekkut fa as far as suma responsibility la.
As far as this was my responsibility, whether my son is involved or not,
te ma nekkoon ci position pour fay ko man dinaa ko fay.
I will pay. I was in a position to pay.
Who was in charge of collecting the monies or the revenue in this process? Was there anyone?
Si liggéey boobu ndax dafa am koo xam ne kooku ngeen taxawal ki nga xam ne kooku moo lay collect xaalis bi.
Mooy secretary bi at the end of the day secretary bi la gaay di jox.
That's the secretary.
Who was the secretary?
Nee na kan mooy secretary.
The secretary by then mënuma ko fàttale ko because before balaa maa li fi ne am na about 4 secretary nga xam ne dañ ma ñoom.
I cannot remember the secretary at that time because during my tenure I had 4 secretaries.
So when the secretary collects these monies, when the secretary collects revenue,
nee na secretary bi su jëlee xaalis bi.
What is he or she supposed to do?
With
the money.
They've got hand over the council.
You hand over the monies to council.
And so if there is any amount missing, who should be responsible?
Wow.
Who should be responsible if the secretary is to collect revenue and then take the money to the council? Now who should be responsible?
Secretary moo dee jot xaalis bi moo dee dajale xaalis bi moo dee yóbbu xaalis bi si council nee na léegi su demee ba feeñ ne xaalis boobu noonu bu mu dee collecte ak bu koy yóbbu am na lu fa manqué nee na kan moo war pour fay xaalis boobu.
Secretary bi.
The secretary.
Then exactly. So you don't have to pay.
nee na kon yow warloo fay.
Your evidence would not make sense.
nee na kon da nga gis ne sa wane bi du joxe benn.
You would not pay that money.
yow warloo fay xaalis bi.
No, your son has nothing to do with the collection. Regardless of what you say here. Regardless of what you say here. No reasonable person will believe what you are saying. Unless your son has access to the monies. It will not even be reasonable for the council to even ask that you pay the money. And if they acted unreasonably, any reasonable person would not even have agreed to pay the money. The issue is you put your son to a very vulnerable situation.
Nena fi lu ñoo mëna wax moy sa doom def nga ko place bo xamne bu war fu mu war nekk.
And he was engaged in fraudulent activities.
Nena te nekk na ko xamne bokk na ci fi yooni tapale.
So the idea is, as a father, we understand that you will defend your son.
Nena comme yow papa am wajur fokk nga taxaw nga xaar sa doom.
But the bottom line is your son was engaged in fraudulent activities.
Nena way dëgg bi moy sa doom bokk na ci tapale bi de.
That probably would be the nicest way I know how to tell you.
Bobu mom mo nekk yoon bo xamne wala cadeau bu jëna ba wala bu ne pour mu wax la ko.
Do you understand that?
Nena leer na ci yow.
Waaw dégg naa waaye ma elaborate foofu noonu.
I do, but I need to elaborate.
Go ahead.
ñoom ñu access bi mu am mooy book si.
The access he have therein is only the books.
moom lañ ko daan jox.
That those are the things that was handed over.
ma dellu bantuwaat woon leen amul access ci xaalis bi.
But this is why I was saying that he have no opportunity to
I took the responsibility pour fay ko ne.
Which books are you referring to?
The ballot books, ticket books.
The ticket books.
Are the ticket books not valuable?
Nena lolu nekut yefi halis. Ticket books yoyu.
Money is not just cash in hand.
Nena so ne deg halis nekut ne kayti wala kal bi nga tiye sa loxo.
Is anything of value?
Lo xamne jar na money halis.
The ticket books, you sell tickets.
Nena ticket books yoyu nga de jaay nga jot halis.
And then it has to generate income.
Mu isi la halis.
So if you have a ticket book
Nena so amé ha ticket book bi.
of 100 tickets,
Su nekké ne témer la.
and they are probably worth altogether $10,000,
Nena mu nekk $10,000.
you have money in your hand.
Nena sa loxo bi nga kayti ngay téye nonu moy halis.
So if your son perhaps sells any of these tickets
Nena kon sa dom suy jaay ticket yoyu.
and did not render proper account of it,
Nena nga gis ne halis bi isi ko nu mu waré.
he has stolen.
Moy
Public
sàcc na
funds.
sàcc la.
So it's not, don't tell us that he doesn't have access to the cash.
Nena kon legi yow sa bopa leer na si yow ne jartu sax nga ñu wax ne moom laaltu xaalis bi.
He had access to cash because he had access to the tickets.
Nena amatu jot pour wala amatu yoon pour téye laal xaalis wala am na jot pour amee ticket.
If your son made mistakes, we accept and we move on.
Nena gis nga soo juumee da nga nangu ñu continuer.
And life goes on.
Nena loolu moo war.
That is part of proper parenting.
Nena loolu moo war a nekk loo xam ne waajur bu baax.
But you don't come and sit here
Nena waaye ñëw toog fii.
and start to justify something you cannot justify.
te li nga xam ne nga bëgg a leeral loo xam ne yow sa bopp sax xam nga ne doo ko mën a leeral.
Definitely. It's really not, it's not, a man of character would not do that.
nee na nit koo xam ne dëgg-dëgg nit ñi am nañ gëm-gëm si yow wala loo nekk di def façon yooyu.
Unless you have something else to say, we move on to other issues.
nee na xanaa soo amee leneen nga bëgg a wax de dañ dem si leneen.
Okay, we go ahead.
We move to other issues.
We move here.
The other issue is in relation to you could not remember, you said in your statement, signing the, or taking part in the market exercise in relation to all the councillors that were paid altogether an amount of $260,000.
nee na waka fi ne yow daal mun loo fàttaliku market exercise bi nga xam ne councilor yëpp wax nañ ne waaw am na market exercise bi nga xam ne joxe nañ foofu xaalis bu dem ba $260,000.
For 25 days.
ñaari fan ak juróom. ngeen defoon
This exercise took place. Did it happen or not?
nee na léegi dafa bëgg pour nga leeral ñu exercise bi si boppam ndax am na dafa xewoon wala xewtoon.
waaw loolu laa wax ci suma living bi statement won leen ne loolu mënuma fàttaliku ne ndax happen na or teg na.
That is what I have said on my statement, that whether it had happened or not, I can't remember.
Is it more likely that it happened, or more likely than not that it happened?
Nena seta no ko sete nda munna sa amna wala munna ne kasa lolo mustahew.
Wa ni ko waxe mun na am.
Yeah, it might be possible.
If you had taken in an exercise like this for 25 days, would you not recall naturally?
Nena su fekke ne lo xamne degal dafa doxone fofu wala amna won. Ñaari fukki fan ak juroom li nga xamne bobu liggéey la exercise la génn ñëw ak dem. Nena nda kenn du mëna fataleku lolu.
Waaw comme nu ko waye su fekkoon ne nakal tuwaate dañ ko def ñaar fukki fan ak juróom constantly ñu dem loolu duma ko mën a faate.
Yes, that is true. If at all it was carried for 25 days specifically, I will not be able to forget that.
Exactly. So the issue is, we have had some councillors who gave statements to say they can't recall having this exercise, and then what I can get from that is that this exercise never really happened.
Nena dal amna ay councilor yu bari tok nañ fi bala nga ñew fi yow sa bopa waye ñom dal li lañ wax de nena mënuñ fataleku exercise bobu nda musna am wala det nena waye mom ci gis ci sambi ak deglu bu mu deglu gaay dal gom na ne li sa musta am.
Correct?
Dega wala?
Wow.
Yes.
The individual, I think is K.M.C.
Nena
K.M.C. Councillor K.M.C.
Nena xam nga K.M.C. councilor.
Wow.
Yes.
He testified here and explained that the voucher was signed on the same day by all the councillors when they come to receive their monies, and they signed for 25 days once and for all.
Nena mom amna mu bantuat fi de nena sign mi bi nga am ne sign la pour liggéey bi comme so fekkee bés bu nekk soo ñëwee nga war a sign nena sign boobu de ñoom benn bés rek lañ ko def ñew rek pour jot sa xaliss nga sign ñaari fukki fan ak juroom nga sign ko bepp ben
Karamo Cissé, yes.
neena Karamo Cissé li la waxon.
Do you recall that?
Neena mu nga fataliku lolu.
Déedéet.
No.
Why will you, do you not think it is wrong to sign, I know you guys came newly, it was in 2018, probably it's a rookie error, but do you not think it is wrong to sign taking $10,000 knowing fully well there is no activity of this such?
Nena waaw dëgg la dafa xam ne wala yëg na ne jamono boobu dafa mel ni yéen ay gan ngeen ne ngeen ñëw rek fekk am na li ngeen yëg waaye lu niiw la li ngeen yëg li ngeen yëgut moo gën a bëri nee na waaye yow sa boppa sax balaa nga sign kayit nga juñ fay la fukki junni te yow sa boppa xam nga ne def ma dara liggéeyuma dara bii moom lu ñu wax sax amut nee na ndaa dafa war.
waaw li mu wax dëgg la.
nee na ndaa dafa war.
ñun fi ñu recevé xaalis bi from the paying out cashier so suñ la ooyee ñu ne la da nga dem honorarium 10,000 councilor bu nekk nga dem su fekkoon dafa ñëw taxaw rek jox ñu ko waaye is the paying out cashier ñu ne la demal ci Mr X honorarium da ngeen war a pour receive ku ci nekk 10,000 lii moo tax su fekkoon dafa taxaw as an individual xëy na di nga am questions yoo ko mën a laajte o nga am xel ñaar.
How did this money was paid by the cashier as an individual? Yes, there must be doubt. We might have an ambiguity to ask him the reason why, but we were directed to take the monies from the cashier, so which we never asked for.
I agree. You never asked for this amount. And it's not just you. It involves 26 councillors. I had said that you came newly and probably you may not have known how things work. But now, so many years down the line, councillors are elected to serve the people. And your allowances are supposed to be clearly spelled out. So for every dollar a councillor is paid, it has to be clearly spelled out and approved accordingly. Now for an honorarium to be paid, to councillors, when it is not supposed to be paid, would you agree that that is totally wrong?
waaw mun naa ne du yoon waaye xam nga soo xamee waaye ñun xamuñoo man xaw moon ba pare mooy li ma la ko ma bantuwaat woon leen ne ci paying out cashier bi lañ ñu direct pour nga dem jël soo xam nga foofu doo ci am xel ñaar ñun man li ma foog mooy rek lépp jaar na yoon because doo jël dara te sign loo.
Yes, that is true. It was wrong, but as I said at that time, we are newly, therein. So I was not aware that definitely this is wrong, and it was the most funniest thing is that we were directed to the outpayment cashier. So we never know that this was wrong, and when you take the monies, you sign.
The last issue.
Then is
in your statement you said in the last page.
Then I also statement
fourth paragraph.
Then I tell Kadobi.
No, I mean the third paragraph, sorry. Additionally, I am aware that all councillors were receiving an honorarium allowance of $10,000.
Nena wangane wa waxtu bu nekk yaa ngi yëg ne sa mujj sa councillor si dañ dee jot yéen da ngeen dee jot ay honorarium bi nga xam ne ku nekk yaa ngi jot fukki junni 10,000.
During Muslim feast twice in a year.
Nena loolu da ngeen ko dee jot ñaari yoon si Muslim feast si mooy naka la Korité ak Tabaski.
Is this a fact?
Nena daal lii dëgg la.
waaw dëgg la.
Yes.
Do you think that this is proper?
Nena mbaa foog ngeen ne lii dafa jaar yoon.
Do you think that councillors should be rewarded during festive periods just to make sure that they have money in their hand?
Wala sax xam-xam bi ndax dafa war pour councillor ñu leen di jox ay xaalis su festival jotee façon yooyu.
waaw mooy li ma koy su fekkoon xëy na ci biti la tamit nga gisee ko leneen waaye ci council bi at the council level ba pare moom ni ko waxee ne da nga gis ne time 2018 hanga am na fu ma state woon leen we were new waaye ñun suñ ko xameewoon nii xëy na duñ ko jël waaye xameñ ko nii waaye councilors yi ba tey sax ma xëy na naka dooma bant woon leen ne leen ne ñun councilors yi liggéey bi ñoo def lu ñoo fay ba tey sax man fii toog nii la xamante ne definitely foog naa Gambia dañ ko war a seetaat.
As I said earlier on, this started in the year 2018 when we came freshly, and I repeat it again, that definitely we were not aware that this wasn't a correct move of receiving monies from council. These are our reasons why we took these monies without doing any work. And for instance, the most thing that make us, to have the belief that this is the right monies was it was paid to us by the out cashier. So we thought it was genuine monies that we are receiving.
Mr. Bendy, if you ask the commissioners, they will tell you the amount of monies they were paid in the service of this country. And they may tell you it was never sufficient. If you ask the teachers, the nurses, the cleaners, the police officers, you ask me myself, I may share the same sentiment. But that is not the issue here. If I want my salary to be increased, I should follow due process. But then the idea is creating allowances just to give people money. You and I should agree that that is wrong.
Yes, I agree.
Yes. So that's all for this witness.
Yes. We don't have any further questions. Right?
Thank you, Madam Chairperson. We have another witness, I believe. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mendy. We have asked you to provide for us some certain documents, and kindly do so by next week, Wednesday. We expect you to bring us the documentation that we have asked you to check out.
I want to appeal, like the other documents that, documents like I will find it difficult because the HR is on leave. Why like the pay slip be for at the admin why like the documents note down on Thursday.
If the HR is on leave, nobody runs the office.
I just want to appeal for you people to understand. Yes, okay, immediately if I get them, then yes. I will.
No, but we will have to give you timeline because it's an office.
No problem.
I don't think the HR would lock the documents. So there must be somebody also who might be there to assist you. In the event that you do not have, you will communicate that to this thing. But we have given you up to Thursday to produce the document. So whatever you cannot produce, communicate to the registrar and he will give you further time.
No problem. You said on Wednesday. That. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Kindly, you are discharged, Mr. Mendy.
Thank you.
Kindly call the next witness.
Good afternoon, Mr. Witness. Good afternoon, Mr. Witness. Okay. Can you hold the mic the way I'm holding mine? The mic, can you hold it close to your mouth the way I am holding mine? Welcome to this Commission of Inquiry into Local Government Councils and Related Matters. What is your religion?
What?
Your religion.
I'm a Muslim.
In which language do you wish to make your testimony?
Dr. Mandinka.
In Mandinka. Okay, Mr. Bojang, can you help the witness then? Yeah. Okay, do you wish to swear by the Holy Quran or make an affirmation, Mr.
Ako sanya kenyi ni kale bayri ko. Ibedi amla ne mandika kangola sa kenyi ni kamben na wole mko Quran o fele laren foi ba mutala e kalibang foi be bulo le wolindila e kali kamen fo afam.
Bulo wolindila.
Aul afam.
Okay, Madam Chair, the witness wishes to make an affirmation. Okay, use your right hand.
Ako bulu ba wolindi.
Yeah?
Ibulu ba wolindi santo.
No, your right hand, please. And then repeat after me.
Ako sanya abe mem fala ay fema fem foi fana ya fo santo molbe moy.
Okay.
I,
Lamin Dabo,
do solemnly, sincerely, and truly declare and affirm that the evidence I shall give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. Oh, thank you. You may be kindly seated.
Okay.
Okay. Madam Chair, the witness is sworn. I have the honor to hand over the witness to for us to proceed.
Okay.
Good afternoon, Mr. Dabo.
Ako tilbulo beri Dabo.
Eh,
Ako tilbulo beri.
Mbejam Kotrand.
Very well, I'm fine.
Alhamdulillah.
You are welcome.
Ako bismillah.
Okay.
Counsel, you may proceed.
Thank you very much. Please tell the commission your name.
Ako ito ni kontongodu.
Ntomu Lamin Daboldi.
Lamin Dabo are my names.
Sidabo, what is your address?
Ako besa wadri minto.
Bundumbohol.
Bundumbohol, my address.
What is your educational background?
Ako ela karamo moneti.
From
Afolota minto le ani adanta minto.
Karanda Sukuta Secondary School.
I've been to Sukuta Secondary School.
Yes. Go on.
Ako similar. You continue.
From 1987, kada for 1991.
From 1987 to 1991.
Please proceed.
Yes, ako isi continue nole.
Birimbodo.
From there.
Dunda Biringana Secondary Fort Ken Dunda Construction Filo Kono.
From there, after the secondary four, I then joined the construction.
Up to 2018.
That was till 2018.
Is that all?
Still now I'm back on the Hanibi.
Still now I am doing my construction.
Do you recall giving a statement?
Ako fo hakilo baka nako inene kalmol dile kamen for statement.
Ha ngakele.
Yes, I do.
We will ask that you be given a copy of the statement.
Ako san te fu te ka menkala sa wala mo kaito nying ifa wala kalmol be wala dile la ya jube.
That's your name, Lamin Dabo, and it's 3 pages.
Ako kait sabale mo ayeto yele ba Lamin Dabo.
Ha kait sabaha.
Yes,
You have your signature.
Ako il signoro bi yele.
Bejela.
Yes, that's correct.
Now, do you mind going through the statement to tell us whether that is the one that is obtained from you by the investigators?
Isa krosino le bang fo itonyale mo nyine kita ifang la statement oti wala wonte.
Ha nge statement o nyim fengele ba dolbe nge amendment o soto jela pour kay jibe.
These are my statements, but I have some arrangements of which I want to check.
You have some?
Arrangements which I want to check.
Yes, please go through it.
Wala mnyente ko 2020.
And do inside the contents of the statement, 2020.
Page 2.
Page 2.
On the issue of council ward allocation. They are reminded that Bundum Bohol Bantaba Ward benefited 200,000 from 2019. Instead of 2019, it's 2020. Yeah, that's the first one.
The amendments I need, instead of 2019, I want to change it to 2020.
You can rectify that in your oral testimony.
Ako wo awa ni lafta fale na ni be diamola bayri sa ni mu statement ya sa fale war sai be sirindame ni ba foka ilafta fala nyame ya fo nyama sa ka fale kalmo ko do yamoy.
Okay.
Very well.
Any other?
Another one. Well, I mean the comment go instead of 2020, I received 150,000. It's not 2020, it's 2021.
And that too, the place where I indicated that I received an amount of 100,000, and I was saying it was in the year 2020. That I want to change to amend it to 2021.
And another one, it's not honorarium, it's 1/6.
And I declare that yes, I agree taking the honorarium. But later I realized no, it wasn't a honorarium, it was my 1/6.
Which page is that?
Ako mo page juma kay jumalem. Page jumalem.
That is page.
Is it the second page?
Yes, second page. It's second page, yeah.
That's correct.
Which paragraph?
Ako paragraph juma.
Is it the fourth or fifth paragraph?
Yeah.
Where you have on the issue of payment to councillors?
It's page 2 on the issue of the honorarium payment.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. You can also correct these things in your oral testimony.
When
we reach this portion, we will ask you questions.
Okay.
And we will hear your oral testimony.
Okay, order.
Very well.
We apply to tender but then your name is correct, your date of birth is accurate?
Ako to ni lungo bebe membi wala mitalem.
Ako?
To membe ka statement obala anila date of birth. Ako be correct aleba. Italem.
What a little.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah.
We apply to tender the statement of the witness Lamin Dabo. The date is 11th of September 2024. It is signed by the witness. The witness agreed making this statement. We apply to have it admitted into evidence and marked accordingly.
Okay.
The statement dated the 11th of September 2024, made by the witness, Lamin Dabo, is admitted in evidence as an exhibit and it is marked as LGC/LD/KMC/001.
As the commission pleases. Now, which ward did you represent at council level?
Ako bari mu council te ako sa itla council ya ward jumale ward jumal to.
Bundung Bohol Bantaba Ward.
Bundung Bohol Bantaba.
From 2018?
Kabo 2018.
From 2018, yeah.
Yes, that's correct.
And you are still a councillor?
Ako hani sa mo council te.
Yeah.
Yes.
You have a ward development committee?
Ako ye committee osoto je kamen for ward development committee.
I'm ward development committee osoto.
Yes, I do.
Are you the chairperson?
Ako itelem chairperson otiba. Yes, itelem sirantioti. Yes.
Do you have meetings?
Ako al committee no lukele.
An committee kala.
Yes, we do.
How often do you have meetings?
Ako wati juma.
Sometimes every month, sometimes every 2-3 months. Sometimes every month, sometimes 2 months.
It depends. Sometimes a month, sometimes every 2 months.
So, why would you have meetings every 2 months? Would there not be any pressing issue to discuss?
Ako fo muna ka usawo dobi ye meeting o kasi albuka ke fo karefula. Ako fo fen kumalte yalbe men fola.
It
depends on sometimes on the schedule, the busy schedules. This is why we can't be able to hold meetings.
Do you keep minutes of these meetings?
Ako signal sita alko alka meeting oleke alka safele bang meeting we come for minutes.
Sometimes
Yes, sometimes we do, sometimes we do not.
Mr. Daba, why wouldn't you not keep minutes of meetings?
Ako bunat na alka meeting ol la diam nyala alka men fo alka safe alka landi. Kome nyinne fota karre diam ta wala nyinne fo. Wala minutes. Ako bunat na alka safe.
Man, I'm the secretary is responsible for minute when it's a
You know, it's the secretary who used to take minutes.
Please come again.
It's the secretary who used to take these minutes.
Yes. And who's the secretary?
Ako jumalem secretary.
Lamin Cisse by then.
Lamin Cisse by then.
Was he taking minutes?
Ako akasafe akamin soltale numbang.
Akamin solta.
Yes, he do.
If you were asked to produce these minutes, would you be able to produce them?
Ako sa nintul ko commissioner ko sulata la ya mera minister al se samanan no lew.
So right now at a mantra office a mantra do kola sai.
Well, right now he's not working with us.
You don't have these minutes?
Ako 4 minister lute ma soto bang.
No phone intara ngani ni kawala ba sai sa den do phone because na mantra do kola mo nearly 2 years sai.
Right now, I can't tell anything, but probably if I go back, I can make a search to it or ask, because I was not working with this secretary for 2 years now.
I was not?
He was not working with us for 2 years now, the secretary.
But he has to be replaced. There would be another one who will serve as secretary.
Ako banata teje, modole anyantan modole kelaje.
Hanga modole keje bin first term banda.
We have replaced him after his terms elapsed.
Yes, and the file, if any, would be in the what development committee's office or with the secretary or with the chairperson.
Ako bar ibaje la sign nat la wato banta botaje bukol me alan kaka doko ke men la wala kayto men mu fayroti. Ako beta la office to nale office soto natra office to jabe talle te chairman ole ya.
Yalo birata la wato banda ko sign a mantra doko la office to so abe K.M.C la sign. Anyway, foni ngani ninka
Unless if I make a request to see that whether I can be able to lay hands on the said minutes. Since he left with us, he is now working somewhere around K.M.C. So, but I'll try to find out.
Now, we will ask that you produce the minutes of meetings for your ward from 2018 to date.
Commissioner for the Purio Minisol be Samananjang Minisol Mialan Galka Mitino Mitin Menke, while Alnene Menke, about 2018 Kanafo B.
Or let me say from 2018 to 2023.
Wala Hanamanki BT, Sidano 2023, Kabo 2018 for 2023.
For 2023.
Mitinol Menka, Minisol Mesularingela.
Okay. Nimbora Jambata and Nidiam because Nafamadia more than 4-5 months Nabakanyoje.
I missed to see him and hear from him for more than 5 months, but from here, I will do my best to make a communication to him.
Mr. Dabo, it is expected that you will have to have minutes.
Ako nyinde ntul jigitale ko isa soto no wala isa jeno.
It is along those lines that we've asked you to produce the minutes.
Ako ko kam because lata la ko ministro linya ta sotla le nyinde atin ko isa fere ke ya samana.
Yeah, so just please write that down.
Ako nyinu safe sai fe mo fe nyini ka ya safe ji.
Ko
Commissioner yo te nyini ka fe mo fe na ikala safe kay to dila nim peno.
Okay. Okay.
The other issue is at the ward development level.
Ako san diamdo membi je wala mo wodo nying alla nyato ta ko memu development oti.
Do you have development plans?
Ako fo a plano le bal bulu je bang.
Development plan bambula.
Yes, I do. We do have the development plan.
Is this documented?
Ako ya safele bang.
Ya safele ha.
Yes, it's documented.
For every year?
Ako sango sambang.
Nga plan sango sa.
Yes, every year.
For every year?
Ako sango sang.
Ya sango sa.
Yes.
If you asked to produce all these development plans from 2018 to 2023, would you be able to do that?
Ako signing commissioner ko ne ko come nyimmen fo e sajin tengi ko community development plans e ol fanan samana jangale men safe sango sang ako ba ke no la le bang.
Okay, do be secretary level because
yes,
they are all among hand over
with the secretaries, and the secretary does not make handing over to me, but I will find out.
We will ask that you also produce the development plan for your ward from 2018 to 2023.
Ako san fanang kote kede yini kale wala sasle wo development plan yo samananjang mi alango pu alla wodo lem kabo 2018 for 2023.
Okay.
All right.
2018, would you be able to tell us what your two development priorities were in your ward?
Ako 2018 fo sa fonon toli muneketa itela yuruati menketa ila wodo to ba.
Nasila doko okay.
I this made a road maintenance.
Next.
Lampol Gasilokang.
I put lights, street lights.
Would you be able to give us evidence of developments from 2018 to 2023 every year?
Ako san amunta ko kabo 2018 development ol mi anaka keta. Ila karchoto isi ol be safeno ka itando dolla ko comme men foten 2018 isi lo dada ye lampol dada. Kabo 2018 kana 2023 sangosa yemenke isi wo samana normal ye jango.
Okay.
Yes, okay.
Contracts awarded to any contractor
Sorry, let him write.
Yes, please write.
Mr. Dabo, can you note
Yes.
so that you will be reminded of what you have been asked?
Ako komenga men fo kaito la dila la kumaya momenti wala ya safe puri kanta nyina.
Yeah, committee ambassador now.
Yes, I'm writing it.
Thank you, Chair. Contracts awarded to any contractor in furtherance of those developments, if any.
And the nyato ta mi yalon ko aketa ila mafangola wala nyato ta mi yalon ko ite akejele ako bayri ni amoy nyato ta wala mu dogo men ka anu dogo dum foy contract ko di molla so contract ko fana ikame yalon ko fengo fe me ya dogo ina adenta menna ina benda kamento menna ya jo menna wala wo kaytol men data ako yewol fana samananja wala contract documents.
If those projects were completed, we would need the certificate as well.
Andum fanan dogo me ko ya datele bari na banta me ya dogo akakaito safela itandi la wala certificate completion certificate or certificate of completion akoyo wol fanan kaito samana janka itandi pour wo fana ke sedoti ko tonyale itele nyinda dogo bara paretale mol ba muna fankan.
Please write that down.
Akoyo fanan safe.
Okay, contract account, okay. Award.
The other issue
ako ngaboje ngadunku do ko tege walam ko
were you receiving ward allocations, financial allocations every year from the
ako ika kodo mendi ika men for location ward allocation bare ni ajube council sangosang ika kodo dile pour mol nyanta nyato ta nyanta doku kala nyamen ako foy ka soto le bang
Ward allocation or anka soto le.
Yes, I do.
2020.
How do you determine how much should be received by a particular ward at council level?
Ako je council ya atol ka hay manyadi le ko ni ward wala ni ward nangam nyanta nangam le sotla ako alka o doku alka o hay manyadi le pour alka lo
Ika gada wala mindika 100,000 disposal account.
normally what they do they disperse 100,000 to the ward accounts
For 6 months.
for a period of 6 months.
So you retire,
When you retire that,
you are another 100,000 dealer.
then you will be issued or you will be given another 100,000.
Starting from 2020
This is starting from 2020,
or 2021,
2021,
100,000 or so, the second one 50,000 or so.
2021 we had an amount of 100,000 and the following year 50,000.
Now have you...
No, not the following year, 50,000. He said 2021 he received 150.
You got 2021,
Yeah,
150,000.
Yes,
150,000.
and I think he said
Very correct.
the disbursement was 100 and then later the remaining 50.
Ako sa amunta ko 50 la tutanung inata ko fanan dila.
No, man now.
I was not given the remaining 50. Very well. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Have you been retiring these monies?
Ako yung kodo ikadila sa ngosamba wate bang.
I can't deal like bari customer bank le baka din defang la de.
Yes, they do give us the money, but not the handover physically. It is paid to our account at the bank.
Do you retire, Mr. Dabo?
Ako ikadita bang.
Ankarital.
Yes, I do.
Do you have evidence of this retirement?
Ako for evidence bijel me ay tan ko tonyale retirement ketale.
Ankarita clerk yal.
Yes, I do retire to the clerk.
To the clerk of the council.
Council yal.
Council's clerk, very well.
Why would you retire to the clerk? Would you not, are you not supposed to be retired to the finance director?
Ako muna na uka retire ka samba finance director la foi ka di clerk wala.
Non ta ka reta clerk le a check na jibe even single dalasi na manki dala don ka murni kanne.
I used to retire at the clerk and for him to check even if I miss a dalasi, he will return it to me.
Right, we will request from the clerk these retirements.
Akombe clerk o nyini kala ni retirement sol.
Okay.
All right.
Now, my question was,
Akwala nyini karo menti wala mnungo.
how is this decision made? How would council take the decision to do these allocations, for instance, to decide the amount that should be given to the ward councillors or a specific ward councillor or some ward councillors? How is the decision process, the decision making process?
Ako nyini karo menti wala make nyini ka menna wala mo alka ke nyaadi le nalbe siri nin council be siri ne ka lonko sa nyin ward nanga misali fe itala wodo nyantale ka nanga mule dila.
What is the decision making process?
Karila nomba ala wodo nyantale ka nyinde ke ako alka sila jumale ta pour alka osoto wala ka ke o nyama.
Ngasi nga general council meeting wala len sida.
We normally called or summons a general council meeting.
So now decide comment ko every ward.
And there it was decided that every ward
was 200,000 yearly.
Every ward should be allocated 200,000 yearly.
But that 200,000 only.
But that 200,000.
If 100,000 near retire.
You will be given an installment of 100,000
so
until you retire it.
6 months.
For a period of 6 months.
It's not 100,000 dealer.
Then the balance of another 100,000 will be issued to you.
So General Council decide now.
So this is a decision from the General Council.
Now, do you select certain wards at a time, or these payments are across all the wards?
Ako san wo wato fo ali quartier le tombong ajoro nyanta follow la damento wala amunta ko councilor bela wodol le.
No, councilor belam
all across the board.
Do you know Peter Mendy?
Ako Peter Mendy.
Peter Mendy ngalo na.
Yes, I do.
He used to be a councilor.
Afana kita nung councilor di.
Ah, yeah.
Yes.
Which ward is that?
Ako fo haklo ba kan nabe ate min dole mara kololi.
He gave a statement.
Ako adi amta janna la statement obe jam.
And let me read to you what he said.
Andung ate mem fo ala statement ala kalmo menti bina wala kranne ya faham ya moya mem.
Okay.
He said regarding ward allocation.
Ako ward allocation wala min ko do ngamel na ko mo fote.
I cannot remember the sums that Kololi ward benefited from annually.
Ako atema haklo blandi no kodo nangamo mi ala ko ka dia la sangosang.
But there were instances that
ako bara watol bije ne mi ala ko
my ward did not benefit because the council would claim that there was no sufficient fund.
Atla karo atla ba fango watol bije atla wodo abako kodo soto because council kamen fo wolem ko kodo te je.
Were there times that some wards would be allocated or would benefit from these funds and then others would not?
Ako fo sa iketele nyinen ka fo wati ne sotota etela longoto ko karo sa ni wodolu council dol ka soto lela wodo to ba dol bu ka soto.
Because of lack of sufficient funds?
Bari kodo te je. Ako fo ka keleba? No, I never heard of that, and I've never been aware of that.
Is there not a committee that decides as to how the allocations should be made?
Ako fo committee te je mi alon ko wala ka si ka long wala ka fo ka long ko allocation on yanta kala nyame wala yanta dila nyame.
No, allocation on ninga kaja general council.
When it is discussed at the general council,
ninda ko ka nyanta jolale.
And it is agreed how much should be paid.
Every word nyanta jolale nita council parate la dogo kekang.
Every word when the council is ready to do your work, they will pay you the same.
Ndeka lon tala len ka lon ko men ko sotota le ya dispose na account le.
For me, I followed mine until and I know that it happens, we get it, it is paid to my account.
But near this was an account or kotake.
And whenever it is disposed to my account again,
council le ka foko ya this was an account le.
It council who let me inform me to know that it is disposed
start kake.
I start doing the work that I want to do. But if you don't follow, if you don't follow it to get it, it will be difficult for you to get it. But I know that of mine.
But every council
but there is a law that every council need to have that.
Yeah. Is there a requirement that probably, let's say, you have to present a development plan before you are eligible or qualified? Is there a requirement?
Ako sa ñin karo menti foy ka fole ni ñin soto to mole mbukodo dile la ka fako misali fi ila development plan foy ka wala landi ba ya itandi la to mole ka kodo soto ka nyaade le dandi No, I have never done that.
Go ahead.
Development okele nim pareta.
I do my development when I'm ready.
Ngena restore be kafunyo mang attack ngadi clerk la.
I put all the receipts together and I hand it over to the clerk for retirement.
Now the other issue.
Sorry, Council, let me just ask. Now, Mr. Dabo, you said you do your developments and then when you are done, you issue the receipts to the clerk. How would the clerk know what you are doing and how much it will cost? Do you present any document to him before you start the project?
Present clerk ya. Only the retirement present clerk.
I present the document to the council, the clerk when retiring it.
No, my question is, do you present anything to the clerk before you start the project, or you present your receipts after you have done the job?
Dandi be doku okela fo kaitle be buluma mi alonko ikaitandi clerk wala pour a lonko nangam lebe dépense la je fo din doku dum banta ni risitol lem ikawol damale hayma ya sama ya diala.
Comme ni account on dispose na account auto.
When the monies are disbursed into my account.
Kana what development committee ko na field worker ni.
We take the world development and my field workers.
And
we sit and discuss to know these monies will develop which project. Then that is normally where we put these monies to.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, what I want to know is, you don't have any minutes, any meetings that will highlight from the ward level what you are supposed to submit to council as form of projects for your ward before the beginning of the year.
Ako sa akenye nkamen na kome development plans the same thing akamen foten ako fo wati ne ban sodo wala aluka si ka kacha ka lonko nyin sango kono dandi sango be sila ntolbe sula ren kono nani sango nyin si dambe nyinni yuruwa wala be sula de wala ako fo aluka o keba
alon development plan kadala before kodol nyimbe soto la.
You know, we do have our development plans before allocation is paid to us.
After 2018 election or beginning election from Pareda.
After the election 2018.
Community development.
The community development.
We sit
and we have a training exercise that we did.
From Pareda.
After the training.
Development plan.
Then that is how we created our development plan.
So that development plan.
When we prepared that development plan. Whenever the monies are,
so
then there we sit with the field workers to know how much these monies could be able to.
So please note, Mr. Dabo, bring us the development plan that you have done with your ward, so that we will look at that development plan vis-a-vis with what you have executed in your ward during the period under review. That is 2018 to 2023, January
18 to 2023. 31st.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
Very well.
Thank you. Council, you may proceed.
Yes. Now, your statement. You also mentioned that you're part of the Agriculture and Planning and Development Subcommittee.
Yeah.
Yes, that's correct.
Do you have a company or a business?
Ako for a company or business?
No.
No. Are you engaged in construction?
Ako for a construction for a side.
But local construction.
Yes, I'm engaged, but this is just a local one. It's not even registered.
But that's a business?
Ako wala business ila safaroti.
Sometimes
yes, sometimes I do have contracts.
Why did you not register?
Ako na register.
I'm financially
constrained. This is why.
No, Mr. Dabo, you are being paid.
Ako ke jole.
If you have contracts, you said.
Ako ni contract also do ifanga yafo.
Do you not think it is even proper to register formally?
Ako fo imamira ko wala amanyang nyawo nyama ifanga la company la register.
So that you can pay tax.
Puri bajala ko isina mojo because ni register be lempojo la muta ko sai ka lempojo.
Amiru na hamo benal bar yalong ala koko ne na romansi abakache. Bar na ba plan kan pour ka na company ni register.
That is my willing.
It's not yet.
And I'm planning, but unfortunately still is not yet.
Do you pay tax?
Ako ka tax jole na lempo ka jole.
Tax.
Yes.
Yes.
For my construction?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
No.
So that why?
Ako muna na ibuka ke. Lempo ito buka jo na mo ibuka jo. Ako muna tina.
A company na register wala na buka na mo.
The reason is that it's not registered. This is why I don't pay tax.
So that you work as a councillor. You more than anybody else. Do you not think you should really champion the paying of tax?
Ako ite bo councilor de so mo la miro ani jiko be wala bo ite nyanta kala multi me yalon ko ite la family ite la mo la
yalo sai bin kera councilor do ko ni men yalon ko ni be do ko la so wol buka do ko dina sai so wala nambe hold on nim foro
those people who are giving me contracts right now, they don't give me contracts. This is why I halted.
No, but you've already said that you've
you've
already said you've had contracts.
Ako with family for young sons and then come a contract also. Yes, but it takes a long time before getting another one. The interval is long.
Mr. Dabo, thanks for your honesty, but you have to try and register and pay your tax.
Ako kuule mu yalan ko inyantole minyantale ka ke ako ikali namo jo ta register ikali namo.
Okay, I'll do it.
I will do that.
Have you benefited from any contracts from council level?
No.
Ako sign by the temu lord lati. Ako for council ne contract deal abo. No, I have even never requested a contract there.
Have you engaged in any form of construction on behalf of council?
Ako council je loro for inene do ibulo ne kafata loro la je. No, I have never.
Have you done any minor works for council in relation to construction?
Ako for ka council la do kol kele mi yalan ko do ko ndingol ka loro ketem.
No,
not at all.
All right. Now, the other issue is there was a period that some 26 councillors were paid an amount altogether. It is $260,000.
Ako watene na so mi yalan ko council be al be too. Ye ko dole jo mi yalan ko ni a hayma tara fo cheme mili cheme fla wili taworo.
So it should be $270,000 including the Lord Mayor.
Ako ibaji la ko ni Lord Mayor fanan dabiji abekela wili cheme fla wili taworo la.
Honorable Chairperson, I am informed that the signal is taken by GRTS.
Mr. Bojam, you will rise and we'll come back after the break. Mr. Dabo, sorry.
Mr. Dabo, ako sa be ko kala fo nga stop jan ngam fonyon din domandi. Okay. Isingo kang lo.
Okay.